Marcy and Coral's dolphin rescue adventure. It was a beautiful morning in the sparkling reef, and Marcy the mermaid was twirling through the gentle waves, her shimmering tail reflecting the sunlight. Coral, her best friend and a lively little clownfish, darted around her in circles. "Race you to the kelp forest," Coral challenged. "You're on!" Marcy laughed, flipping her tail and surging forward. They were halfway to the kelp forest when a frantic cry echoed through the water. "Help! Somebody, please help me!" Marcy stopped mid-swim, and Coral nearly bumped into her. "Did you hear that?" Coral asked, his tiny fins trembling. "I did," Marcy said, scanning the ocean around them. "It came from over there." She pointed toward the rocky cliffs of Sharktooth Ridge, a dangerous area where sharp rocks jutted out of the seabed, forming treacherous pathways. Without hesitation, Marcy and Coral swam toward the voice. As they got closer, they saw a young dolphin trapped near the rocks. A thick fishing net was wrapped around her tail, anchoring her to the jagged reef. The dolphin thrashed, but the more she struggled, the tighter the net became. "Help me, please," the dolphin cried. "I'm stuck and the current is pulling me toward the rocks." Marcy and Coral rushed over. "Don't worry. We'll get you out," Marcy said. "I'm Luna," the dolphin said, her eyes wide with fear. "I was playing with my pod when I swam too far and got tangled." "Well, you're not alone anymore, Luna," Coral reassured her. "We're going to free you." But it wouldn't be easy. The net was made of thick rope, and the ocean currents were growing stronger. Marcy inspected the net, trying to figure out the best way to untangle it. "We need something strong to pull this net loose." Coral's eyes lit up. "I know. Max the Manta Ray. He's the strongest sea creature I know." "Great idea, Coral. Go find him while I stay with Luna." Coral darted off at full speed while Marcy comforted Luna. "You're doing great," she told her. "Just stay calm and we'll have you out soon." The waves were getting rougher, and Marcy noticed the tide pulling Luna closer to the jagged rocks. "We have to hurry," she whispered to herself. Moments later, Coral returned with Max the Manta Ray, his broad wings casting a shadow over the rocks as he glided in. "What's the situation?" Max asked, his deep voice rumbling like distant thunder. "Luna's tail is tangled and we need your strength to pull the net free," Marcy explained. Max nodded. "Stand back. Let's do this." Max wrapped his strong fins around the net and began to pull. Marcy worked on loosening the knots, while Coral wriggled into small spaces to push the ropes apart. But then crack! A huge wave slammed against Sharktooth Ridge, causing chunks of sharp coral to break loose. A jagged piece tumbled toward Marcy. "Look out!" Coral shouted. Before Marcy could react, Luna twisted her body and took the hit, shielding Marcy from the falling debris. "Luna, are you okay?" Marcy cried. "I'm fine," Luna said, though she winced. "Just hurry, the tide is getting stronger." Max gave one last mighty tug and snap, the net finally broke apart. "I'm free," Luna squealed, flipping through the water. "Woohoo, we did it!" Coral cheered, spinning in excitement. But their celebration was cut short by another giant wave crashing against the rocks. The current grabbed Luna, dragging her toward the sharp coral cliffs. "Luna, swim!" Marcy shouted. Luna kicked her tail, but she was weak from being trapped. Max sprang into action, using his wide fins to create a powerful current in the opposite direction, pushing Luna away from the danger. Marcy grabbed Luna's fin and helped her swim to safety, just as another wave crashed into Sharktooth Ridge. They made it out just in time. Luna gasped, catching her breath. "You all saved me," she said, eyes full of gratitude. To thank them, Luna invited Marcy, Coral, and Max to her pod's hidden lagoon, a beautiful place where glowing jellyfish danced in the water like tiny lanterns. Luna's pod cheered when they saw her return safely. Her mother, a graceful dolphin named Mira, nuzzled her daughter. "Thank you for bringing her back," Mira said to Marcy and her friends. As the ocean shimmered under the moonlight, they all celebrated with a feast of seaweed cakes and sea grape juice. The dolphins performed synchronized jumps, lighting up the water with trails of bioluminescence. Marcy and Coral smiled at each other. That was quite the adventure, Coral said. Marcy nodded. And we made a new friend. From that night on, Luna became one of Marcy and Coral's closest friends, always ready to lend a fin whenever they needed help. The end.